She's even fitter when she's giving orders.
It's woeful, that's what it is. You're drilling there like a ranty Alsatian.
Go off me! Go off! Right, that's right. Let's go.
Was that your dad who just did a runner? I'd have something to say about that.
If you knew him, you wouldn't.
Yeah, well, I wish I didn't know either of you. Right, let's get him up.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Liam and Seamus Dempsey. Looks like the wee family business is going bust, eh?
Let's get him down the station. We caught you bang on the job. Your dad's gone away for a lot longer this time. 18 burglaries, 2 attempted break-ins. But it's not too late to save yourself. Well, do something better with your life.
We need to recover those stolen goods. If you help us, we'll make the Public Prosecution Service aware.
You see, this is not your first offence, so it's not as easy to get you a break. Not unless you give us something first.
Fine. I'll give you something. And it's bigger than what you've asked for. We did an old farmhouse about a week ago. And I found a woman. Dead. Just slumped over the sofa like. In a pink cardigan. It's been melting my head.
There's been no report of a burglary on any farmhouse here in Port Devine.
Well, there wouldn't be, would there? Because whoever lives there has just murdered someone.
We've got a murder then.
No, the farm he's on about is Jared and Brenda Smiths. Pensioners. Oh, sweet wee couple. They always wear matching anoraks and wellies.
Natural causes?
No, if someone had passed away, we'd know about it.
So why would Seamus say it?
Him? Sure he couldn't lie straight in bed.
The Dempseys are well known both sides of the border for all the wrong reasons. They'd cut your throat and you wouldn't know about it until you nodded your head.
What if they killed this couple? Botched burglary. Now Seamus is trying to cover their backs.
Do you fancy heading up to the farmhouse?
Has she said anything else?
Huh?
About the ex-boyfriend? The guy she's running away from, allegedly?
Why would she lie?
Why, indeed.
Look at this place. When they suggested Northern Ireland.
Well, this wasn't what you'd seen on the telly.
It's so pretty.
Hello? Hello? Police? Anybody home?
Power must be off. Well, there's your entry point.
Seamus said he saw a woman on the sofa as soon as he came in.
Yeah, what sofa?
The one that used to be there.
What are you doing in my house?
Gerard Smith. We've met a few times before. I'm Inspector O'Hare. This is Detective Constable Hussein.
You're a Conceptus kid.
I am.
You best sit down then. What do you want?
Well, we were just passing and unfortunately there's been a series of burglaries in the area. We wanted to make sure you were okay, ask if you'd seen or heard anything.
Not a murmur.
And do you live here alone, or...?
Well, no, you're married, right?
I've been with my Brenda 52 years.
Is Brenda home now?
I'm afraid not.
She gone somewhere nice?
Very nice. She said so herself this morning. Visiting her niece in the south of France.
Ah, lucky for some.
You didn't fancy it?
And who'd run this place?
Well, listen, you're a very busy man, so we won't take up any more of your time.
So perhaps we could give your wife a call.
Why?
To ask if she's seen anything. You know, the burglars. I'll need to take her number if you don't mind.
What happened over here?
No, that was Brenda. She was banging and yelling at me from a tee. They're old windows.
You've been rearranging the furniture.
Yeah, getting the sofa reupholstered. A little surprise when she gets home.
Thanks, Gerard.
Voicemail again.
Brenda? You know, it doesn't mean she's dead.
This could be anyone's number. Need to check who it's registered to.
Gerard Smith said there was no robbery.
There's no body.
No wife either.
Looks like your man Seamus was having you on.
Or Gerard's got rid. He wouldn't leave a corpse just sitting there once someone's clocked it.
Oh, yeah, the robbers he didn't report.
Obviously.
Listen, I've got to shoot out. That meeting?
What meeting?
Nothing important. Listen, just take things slowly, yeah? Don't go alienating the locals.
Not even if the local's a murderer.
Ah, Nicole.
I was just passing and I had to show you this.
Ah.
It's got me and Clint written all over it. Pure class.
Wow. Absolutely wow.
It's booked up on weekends for the next few years, but then so's my mate Nadine. Nadine Coyle from Girls Aloud. I want her to sing at the first dance.
Oh, I used to love Girls Aloud.
Can you not just play her CD?
I need a signature cocktail and a catchy hashtag, and I thought you two ladies might be able to help with that.
Well, I don't do social media, so...
How do you even exist?
I wondered why I couldn't find you.
Oh, you know what? I need another bridesmaid. Well, I can't ask Siobhan. Finn's ex, Concepta, ran her out of town. Got carrying on with the son's PE teacher.
For shame.
Would you like to be my bridesmaid? It'll be a scream.
You hardly know me.
I will by the end of the hen weekend.
Sorry. What hen weekend?
I really have to run. Got someone in custody. Could this be her? Seamus, your dad's giving us nothing. He's not helping himself. Don't make the same mistake as him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Could you make that bit bigger so I can see the ring in the locket?
Have you got them?
Well, Dad just fills an envelope and gets paid by the weight. He might not have sent it off yet.
You know, I still don't trust her. Nicole needs her head feeling making a virtual stranger or bridesmaid.
Ah, that's what's eating you. Bridesmaid wars.
No, it's work. All the whispers and looks. We're supposed to be a team. And what's this meeting Finn swanned off to, huh?
Not a clue.
No, but she knows. Lady Muck.
Layla! Any joy with Seamus?
I need to see everything we've recovered from the burglar's property. Marlene, you know everything about everyone. And I know your gut's telling you I'm wrong about Gerard.
It's not my gut. It's my stepdad. You know, Uncle Barry.
Your stepdad's your uncle.
No, don't be ridiculous. I just call him Uncle, like, you know, the way you do. So when Uncle Barry was inspector in the RUC, he'd check on their farm and he got to know them. He said, Jared's a good guy and trust me. Uncle Barry knows.
Barry. The Grand Ballroom.
Aye, it's grand, all right.
If you had a few dance classes, you could be my own Brendan Cole.
Aye, and if my granny had wheels, she'd be a bike.
We'll have to remortgage to pay the barbell knowing your pals.
It can't be free for more than an hour, end of.
Clint, no one asks guests to pay for drinks at a luxury reception. Are you mad?
I'm beginning to wonder.
Barry, can I have a word?
What now? Like an official word? Because see if this is about my parking fines. You don't want to believe a word of it. I was sitting in the bay every single time. I had the engine running, for crying out loud.
I just heard that you know Gerard Smith and his wife Brenda. Got a few questions.
Oh, aye. What have they been up to then?
Concepta, didn't see you there.
You should have just asked me. I know them every bit as well as he does. We went to flower arranging classes, me and Brenda. You know the way I do the church displays?
Ah, you go to the same church.
Jared and Brenda go to my church. Haven't seen them for a while. She used to help out with the flowers, and your man Jared, he's on the gardening rota. I've known them for donkeys. Ever since I first joined the force. They're nice enough.
But still, they've kept themselves more than most. Never have a drink with us. Not even on a Christmas Eve.
Aye, they're not drinkers. But your man, he's a strange cat, now that I come to think of it.
Never trust a person who doesn't drink, my dad used to say, God rest him. Unless it's for religious or cultural reasons, because I'm totally fine with that.
Sounds like you think they've got something to hide.
Why do you ask?
I can't tell you that. I'm sorry.
It's like that, is it?
Would you say they were together most of the time?
Oh, aye. Stuck like glue.
So Brenda Smith, she doesn't usually go away on a break or to see family?
No. I mean, it's possible. They're from Fermanagh, and they bought that farm 50 years ago. And in all that time, I've never known them have a visitor or go any further than the market.
When was the last time you saw her?
Well, she got sick, poor thing. Couldn't shake it off. Weeks, months, probably.
Thanks. You've been really helpful.
So, is it my turn now to ask the questions?
What questions?
All about you. Why you came here.
Oh, that. It's really not very interesting. But I best get back.
What do you think of her?
She's hiding something. You were right, for once.
Brenda's jewellery. It was in Dempsey's stash.
Yep.
You're a superstar. You've no idea how happy you just made me.
It gets better. Border Control says no Brenda Smith has left the country in the past couple of weeks. So I checked the passport offices. She doesn't have one.
So while Jared's told a few porkies, it still doesn't make him a murderer. Maybe he's had a wee domestic and he's too embarrassed to say.
Why lie and say he hadn't been burgled, though? I mean, these things are precious.
I need to do a full search.
Well, Finn's at some top secret meeting and you don't have a warrant.
I don't need tactical support group. Callum will do.
You're not going to run it past the boss?
I don't need to. I'm criminal investigation department.
Well, I'm sure you know best.
Mr. Smith, sorry to disturb you again, but there are some questions we need to ask.
Shall I make some tea?
No, you sit down, relax. You look a wee bit tired.
These are items we recovered from the burglaries. Do you recognize them?
No.
From inside the locket. I'd swear this was you. Had quite the head of hair on you back then.
Never seen them before.
There are some more questions I'd like to ask you at the station under caution. Mr. Smith, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder of Brenda Smith.
What?
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Brian Carney. Does he live here too?
If he does, Gerard didn't mention it.
His birth certificate too. Look. Must be stolen. Got some sort of fraud going on.
That's supposed to be in France with Brenda.
You arrested Gerard Smith and alerted the major investigation team?
I can make that call, right? You weren't here.
You know very well where I was. My office now. I wanted full confirmation that Brenda was actually missing. Did you forget what I told you? About not alienating the locals? You've been heavy-handed with a well-respected member of our community. A pensioner. There's going to be a backlash.
Do I have to answer her?
Look, I'm here to keep an eye, okay? Just like you asked.
Your wife isn't in France. She doesn't have a passport. So why have you been lying to us? We noticed your electricals weren't working. Have you been having financial difficulties?
No more than usual.
Does your wife have life insurance?
No. We didn't go in for all that.
Is it just the two of you in the house?
Yes.
No kids? Who's Brian Carney?
No one I know.
You've got his birth certificate and pension card. Are they stolen?
You think I'm a thief?
Gerard, we're trying really hard here, mate. You have to admit, a lot of this simply doesn't add up. Look, I know it's personal, but has Brenda being away got something to do with this Brian Carney?
Oh, will you please stop saying that name to me? I don't know him.
Did he hurt her? Did you do something to him?
This is ridiculous. You're not even listening.
Okay. I think it's time to take a break.
Well, if you insist on coming with me everywhere,
Well, what do you even think you're going to find?
you decided to give him respite. May as well use the time to gather evidence.
Do you really want him to have a stroke on our watch? Your name all over the news? I mean, that'd be a bit of an own goal, wouldn't it?
Say you murdered your ex.
Oh, a man can only dream.
What would you do with her?
Have her watch Match of the Day, safe in the knowledge she couldn't ruin it.
Are you looking for something?
Barry?
What are you doing here?
No, what are you doing here? Because I heard what you done to our wee pal this morning, and I came to see if he was all right. Everybody's talking about it.
I'm sorry, but in the real world, arrests aren't based on a public vote.
The real world?
Barry, it's okay, we got this.
Have you, though? Because this wouldn't have happened on my watch. Not in the RUC. Jared is a good man. He's one of us.
Really? Because you called him strange. Barely know the real him. Make up your mind.
Barry, your concern is noted, okay? Jared's not even here. He's still in custody.
You are going to regret this.
I thought it'd stink of sheep droppings in here, but the petrol's put paid to that.
The sofa?
Is this what passes for reupholstery around here? Setting a match to it to hide the evidence.
Over here, boss.
got a body.
Brenda?
Recovery could take a few hours. She's in a shallow grave at the front of the farmhouse. What are the odds, eh?
So your man's a murderer? Can you believe that?
We need to speak to Gerard.
How did she know? I mean, we all think he's this cuddly old grandpa, and she called it from the off. That's killer instinct, right?
Look, let's wait for forensics before we award Miss Thing Detective of the Year, okay?
Mr. Smith, I have to tell you we've just recovered a body from your property. We have every reason to believe it's your wife. She isn't in France at all, is she?
Is there anything you'd like to tell us?
I didn't murder her.
You did everything you could to convince us that she was still alive. Why would you do that if you were innocent?
We found empty boxes of pain medication in your bins. Heavy-duty opioids. Is that what you used?
Brenda died of cancer. Call our doctor if you don't believe me. Brenda got poorly. She wasn't one for going to the doctor, but in the end it got so bad. Dr. James knew as soon as he saw her, but by then it was too late. It had spread. She had secondary tumours. She could have had treatment, but for what? An extra few months, Brenda reckoned. Maybe a year if she was lucky.
So why lie about her being in France? Why bury her on your property?
I buried her under her favourite tree.
Was it money? Funerals are expensive. You wouldn't be the first.
I don't think that's what I wanted for her, that indignity. For the love of my life, are you out of your mind? You don't think I feel guilty enough?
You know it's unlawful not to report a death. But plenty of people don't. Do you know why, Gerard? So they can carry on cashing in.
What?
Pensions, benefits.
I can't stand any more of this.
Gerard! Get Marlene to get a paramedic! No! Gerard! Gerard, mate, please. Stay with me, Gerard.
Are you trying to tell me Earl Gerard murdered his missus?
She doesn't know any more than the rest of us. Pay no heed.
Come on, they weren't digging up the weeds and planting chrysanthemums.
Look, I was there. I'm telling you, that Layla's got it in for the man. She's determined to pin something on him. Gerard, he's one of us. I know a murderer when I see one, and I know a bully too.
I asked her to be my bridesmaid.
Well, you can unask her. See if it's a few quid.
Look, I'm not defending the girl, but
Oh, here we go.
my Finn wouldn't stand by and let that happen. Why don't you hold your tongue till we know for sure?
Uncle Barry, it's Gerard. He needs you. He's at the hospital.
Like, what have your lot done now?
It's her. She made the poor guy have a heart attack or something. I swear, if she dies in our custody.
It makes you wonder why she was transferred so fast.
Well, I've asked Finn. He's hiding something, I know it.
See, if I was you, I'd do my own research.
Hope Jared's all right.
Well, it won't be any thanks to Layla. I should have done this the day she came, but that's my problem. See, I'm too nice.
Wait, what?
So I have this mate in Nottingham. Met her at a training weekend for unconscious bias. It's great crack, like.
You're digging for dirt on Layla.
I can only dig out what's hidden, Cub. So who's in the wrong here?
Thanks for coming in, Dr. James.
My pleasure. Jared's ECG came back fine.
So, back to Brenda.
I can send you copies of her medical notes now we know she's passed away. I tried so hard to make her have treatment, but you know, at the end of the day, her pride won.
Pride?
That's why she took so long seeing me in the first place. She waited till the pain was unbearable. She could hardly move. Still wouldn't tell Jared the truth. Made me swear.
I don't get it. Why would Brenda be ashamed of having cancer?
Because it was prostate cancer.
Prostate?
Layla, a word?
Excuse us a minute.
Jared Smith's absconded from hospital. We've had a sighting near the lighthouse, but you need to get there fast.
Where's Finn? I'm gonna need his help.
He'll meet you up there. Go.
What's up? Brenda Smith was born Brian Carney.
Sorry? What?
Brenda lived as a woman all those years with no one any the wiser until she got sick and saw the doctor.
It's Gerard.
Gerard!
Gerard! Gerard?
I'm sorry about earlier, but I understand everything now. I saw Dr. James. He told me you were wonderful. You looked after her till the end. I was wrong to think you'd ever hurt her.
I loved her all my life. My Brenda. She kept trying to talk about what would happen when the cancer took her, but I couldn't. We kept ourselves private 52 years. Do you think I'd let a stranger undress her on a slab? Laugh at her? I thought I could deal with it myself. And then those lads broke into our home. Saw her there. And I knew it was all over.
No, 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 no! Please! We'll sit down and really listen this time. I promise. Just take a step back.
You want to know why she died? I did murder her. In a way. She thought I'd be ashamed if anyone found out who she used to be. So she let that disease just fester in her belly to save me embarrassment.
No, it didn't start in her stomach. Brenda had prostate cancer. She told you a little white lie. Because she didn't want to be treated for what's considered a male disease. And why would she? She'd had a lovely life as a woman. And that's how she wanted to die.
We met at a market. Brian was 19. I was 22. Both farmers' sons, both single. I didn't go for men, not at all. I just fell in love.
You saw Brian Carney as a woman.
No one would have understood. I barely understood. There's none of that stuff you see now on the telly. Would have been called queers, freaks of nature. Can you picture the other farmers, the lads we grew up with?
I can, unfortunately.
If she was born tomorrow, they'd have it all worked out. She'd get the treatment, the surgery. But none of that mattered. We moved here. No one knew us. She was happy. But I've let her down. Tried to save her dignity, and now look what I've done. The whole town will be talking about us.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Blessed are those who suffer persecution for justice' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. We now commit to the ground our sister, Brenda Smith. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. Thanks be to God. Amen.
Amen. When Barry mentioned his church, I thought he meant the one he goes to.
Oh, no, he's a busy lad. There's a few strings to his bow.
And the women, ex-wives popping up all over the show. God help him. He's like a dog with two tails.
See you with the Commodore, Barry. I'll have your drink poured.
I hope you put on a good spread.
You coming, Leila?
Her? So she near put that poor man on the ground next to his missus?
Ah, come on.
Folk are talking. We want to know what you're doing here. Because you're leaving something out. And we're on to you, pet.
You should make it your business to drop in on Jared now and again, okay?
Aye. You'll be lonely without her.
Yeah.
She was a lovely woman, Brenda. Always quick to put the kettle on. Not shy with the custard creams. Mind you, I got special treatment.
Do you think you were her type, Barry?
For goodness sake, she had a wee shine for me, that's for sure, when I had my uniform on.
Catch yourself on, will you? Not even the tide would take you out.
You've done her proud today, Gerard. And your secret will stay safe with me, as long as you want it to.
Mr. Smith?
Do I know you?
I'm sorry I took that jewellery off your missus. Wish I hadn't, like.
You?
Seamus, when I said you could try to apologise, I didn't mean here, now. I'm really sorry.
Right, you. Out of here. No, wait. There's a time I'd have rolled my sleeves up and folded you like a deck chair.
Well, I feel really bad. My honest to do.
Well, it forced me to face things I was trying hard not to. Let's hope it does the same for you.
Go on, go home, Seamus.
Here. Uncle Barry's full of hot air. I just smile and nod when he goes off.
Do I look like I care?
Oh, I see you. Trying very hard not to care. Come on.
All right, gin and slim?
Maybe I should get around in for everyone, seeing as they all hate me.
Nice try. It's a free bar.
Oh, well then, make mine a wee double. And no one hates you. Nicole just met you and she loved you that much, she made you a bridesmaid. Am I right, Nicole? Am I right?
It's okay. Who knows how long I'll be staying here anyway.
Or even why you came here in the first place.
Right, that's it, okay? I've had enough. When people come here, no matter what the reason, we welcome them. You all need to catch a grip of yourselves. You should be ashamed.
Marlene, forget it, yeah?
The girl has done absolutely nothing wrong. Okay, she might have been a bit keen, but so what? Her instincts were right. Our man Gerard here was in trouble, and she knew it. Who else here can say that, huh? Gerard wants Layla here. Am I right, Gerard? Yeah?
I do.
It's really fine. I can go.
Gerard wants her here because she's been good to him. And he's one of our own. So, anyone who has a problem can see me.
But you're the one who didn't trust her.
Now, if that were true, then I was wrong. It only happens once in the blue moon, granted, but...
So, there's no reason Layla can't make an honest man of me then.
Well...
Don't be jealous, boss. You'll always be my #1 girl.
I'm away for a drink. See me again, my love.
Thanks for before. I wasn't expecting you to come out with all of that. But what I don't get is why.
Well, I was looking for the coroner's report on Brenda, but it was missing.
Was it? Weird.
So I called them, had it sent over.
Okay, yeah, I got rid. They wanted their secret buried with her. It didn't seem fair that it wasn't.
Well, it looks like we agree on something, Layla. And if everyone here grinning knew what you'd done for that wee couple...
But they never can, right? I promised him.
Yeah, but I know. And I've got your back, okay?
I was just telling Finn. I still reckon something queer went on at that farmhouse.
Keep your voice down.
I never heard the likes. A nice old boy burying his wife like some psychotic serial killer.
He buried her in her favourite spot. It was nice in a way.
That's all right then. Don't waste your cash in a casket, son. Just put me in a bin bag and put me out in a Monday with a hedge clippings.
Right, drinks all right? Do you want another one?
Just for the record, I thought you were spot on. The way you dealt with all this.
Oh, I don't...
If we'd left it to Finn and Marlene, your man Gerard would probably have done himself in. You're the best thing to happen to this place.
Any chance of a drink around here?
Here. I was wondering, will you do me the honour?
You big idiot. Of course I will.
Cheers.
So have we got a date?
That's the thing. I swear since I asked Nicole to marry me, she thinks she's joined the Kardashians.
Listen, you're gonna have to tell her straight, stick to a budget, or otherwise...
Well, let's just hope she's daydreaming. And this isn't her way of...
What?
Stalling it. Plan a wedding we can't afford, we never have to do it.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm gonna have to take this.
Sorry, go ahead.
Listen, I haven't had a chance to say this yet, but shouldn't have been so hard on you. Over Gerard.
That almost sounds like an apology.
Don't be getting carried away with yourself.
So, was that it? You brought me outside for this?
They've set a date for the trial. It's going to be in Nottingham Crown Court. We should probably prepare for a backlash. The gang are going to have their people out in force looking for you.
I'm still safe here, though.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. threat level's still shot up. How do you feel? About going back, giving evidence against him. It's gonna take guts.
I knew the risks when I went undercover. No use crying about it now.
Where did you get to? I thought you and me could hit the town.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, and I've got a surprise for you. One of the boys from Belfast was in one of these, and it went viral. He's got like 200,000 followers now.
This is online. How?
I sent it in. Because you need celebrating, and we're lucky to have you here. I'll call us a cab, yeah?
You seen a ghost? Or did the cub show you his gym selfies?
My face is all over the internet. Callum's just blown my cover.